guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole and I'm happy you are here. I am a new indie author. I published my books on Amazon KDP and I did a little update, I don't know, I think it was a few weeks ago, about how my year went in 2024. I published my first book at the end of June, and so it was just pretty much about June through December. But I thought I would stop in and kind of give you a little bit of a January update. Things are going better than last year, which is great. My hope is that every month I'll kind of see an upward trend. I might not see it every month, which I do understand, but you know, I mean, I just hope in general there's an upward trend with my books and sales and those types of things. I wrote down some notes on like a receipt because it was on my table and I'm a mom, and so I grabbed it. I also had written down some like notes for a book I was editing, so anyhow, but I have these notes with me, so I'm going to tell you a few things that are exciting or things that I have done this month. First of all, my Kindle Unlimited page read numbers were way better. They had been last year. So last year I had 45,750 total KDP page reads, and this month I had 46,737 so far. This is like the morning while I'm filming this, and then tomorrow is part of January too. So there'll probably be a few more page reads in there. Lately I have been averaging 1,000 to 2,000, sometimes a little more than 2,000 page reads a day, which is really exciting. And I think that's because I've done a little bit of advertisement. I advertised on Facebook a little bit and on Amazon a little bit. And to be honest, I really don't know quite what I'm doing, but I've done a little bit and it seems to have helped. Because so far for this month, my royalties have been $341.72, which is vast. I guess it's a vast improvement over the months last year. My best month last year, I think, was $95, around that. So that is very good. Now for the ads, I spent $52 on Facebook ads and $70 on Amazon ads. So that comes to a profit of around $219, which is still double what I was making per month last year. And so I really think this is something I need to learn how to do. I might invest in an ads course or something like that. I put, let's see, I had 2 of my books as Kindle freebies for a couple of days in January, and that is when I put ads out on Facebook, and that really seemed to be a big boost to my page reads, my Kindle Unlimited page reads, and my sales after the promo was over. And so I'm gonna probably, I don't know, I might make a video about that, because to be honest, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. I did see some success while doing that, but I am so new at this, so it's not like I'm trying to give advice or anything like that, but I did see some results, so I might make a video about that. So in January, I have published a couple new books. I mainly write Amish romantic fiction, but these books definitely are not Amish romantic fiction, but I'm going to tell you about them. So I guess it was many years ago. It might have been 7 or 8 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago. I wrote a book called 31 Days of Rest, and it was like a daily journal, devotional type book, but I completely rewrote it. This is totally different, but just for myself, I kind of wanted to rewrite it, and so that's what I did. And so for each day, there are, you know, just some thoughts, and there's questions at the end of each day to think about. It's pretty much, it's written towards moms or to moms, and it's 99 pages. So I got this out at the beginning of January, so I was excited about that. I also got a book out called The Mystery of the Missing Orchids, which is geared towards 8 to 12-year-old girls. I actually wrote this with my own girls in mind, who are 8 to 12. Imagine that. But anyhow, so it's about 3 triplets named Claire, Hannah, and Faith, and they live on a native plant nursery in North Georgia, which is where we live, and Claire, Hannah, and Faith happen to be my girls' middle names, and so I kind of wrote this with them in mind, and I'm going to write a few more about them, or about, you know, these characters. Probably I will have the next one out, I think it's in August, but it was super fun to write. It's kind of like a mystery. And then I also put out this journal that kind of accompanies, I guess, the book, and it's just got pages where you can write down notes from your finds in nature. So I've got this one out too. So these two go together. I mean, they can. You don't have to buy them together, of course, but they can go together. So those were my projects that I got out on Amazon this month, and I'm excited about them. I've also been working hard on editing and writing some new novels. I'm actually just finishing up the second draft of a novel called An Amish Second Chance. It's going to be coming out in July, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's a really fun story. It's a second chance story. It's a marriage of convenience story, which are two tropes that I really like. So that was kind of fun to write, and I'm at the very end of that. I actually thought I was going to be done editing it today, but I don't think I'm going to. We actually are heading to the beach for a few days, and in 2 days we're leaving, and I haven't started packing or doing anything. And then today, in a little bit, we have violin lessons for my kids, and so that's going to take up most of the day. So this month I've also started to, I guess, put audiobooks on this channel. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have been putting out chapters of The Mystery of the Missing Orchids by the end of next week. All of those chapters should be uploaded to the channel. If you or your daughter or a loved one is interested in listening to it, it's free because it's on YouTube. But I've decided I'm going to start doing that for some of my other books. I'm probably going to do samples for my new releases, probably, maybe the first chapter of those, and then also I'm going to try to put out full audiobooks of the first in each series that I write. And so that's just going to be an ongoing project. It's going to take a while. This was actually much more time consuming than I thought it would be, because each of these chapters is around 2,000 words. It took me, I don't know, about 10 minutes each chapter to read, but it was difficult. But, I'm just a mom, and I sat in my closet with my phone to record these chapters. So it's not professional, and I'm just learning as I go, and I know that's not the way to do it, the proper way to do it. But one day, maybe I can invest in the equipment to do it properly. But anyway, as a start, I've started that. So that's exciting, just something new that I'm doing as well. And I think those are the main points of things that I've done in January. I feel like most of my time was spent writing and editing An Amish Second Chance, which like I said, I'm very excited about. I have lots of fun plans for February. I might come on and talk to you guys a little bit about my writing schedule and how I fit writing in. I totally overdid it when I started this about last summer, and I was just trying to do things about 8 hours a day during the summer while I wasn't homeschooling my kids, and I really overdid it. And now I have more of a balance going. I normally wake up around 6 o'clock most mornings, and I write for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and that usually gets me at least 2,000 words in if it is a writing day for me, and then I'm done by 8 o'clock, and that's not too hard. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been really good. It's been not too difficult for me to fit into my days, and then I don't do that every single day either. Sometimes, I've looked at some people that they have written, I don't know, they write so much. I've been reading a series of books by Elena Johnson, who's amazing, but she writes like well over 200,000 words a month. And I am in awe of her. Like, she writes 10,000 plus words a day sometimes. I personally can't do that. My brain, I just can't do that. But I do try to write as much as I can when I do have my writing time, and I try to have everything plotted and planned out as good as I can so I can really try to write quickly when I have the time. So I've been doing that, which has been better than it was last year in some of my, trying attempts to write. I realized I was really overdoing it, and also I've realized I have to put a time limit of about 2 hours for each writing session, otherwise my brain kind of gets fried. So I've been mindful of that too. But anyhow, I guess that's it for today, and thank you guys for stopping by.